Welcome. Today I will share with you some of the best tweaks that I found from the Cydia that you can install and use on your newly jailbroken device. So jumping straight to it, I will begin with the one that will help install all the repos, which will be provided down in the description. So the one is called Flame, and if you go into Cydia, you can just install it, and what it will allow you to do is, for instance, when you go into sources and start adding the sources, normally you would have to add them each individually. Now you have an option to do a batch mode, and then whatever it's a copy to your clipboard will basically be pasted in there, and all you need to do is just tap on yes, and it will apply them all. I'm just not gonna do it, I already have them, as you can see. So you can basically add them all at once. Okay, so you can quit this. Then next thing is that I wanted to show is this manage progress, and this will allow you basically, like when you install some kind of modification. So let's see something that isn't really supported, like next up, which is for older version. So if I tap on install, I would have to respring the device, but now I can just kind of dismiss it by tapping on close, as you can see, and then I can go back to installing whatever else I want. I'm just gonna actually uninstall because it might cause some problems. So remove and confirm. Okay, so once it reboots, next thing that I will show is the Delete Forever, which will allow you to basically delete photos forever. You don't need to kind of delete them and then go into your trash and remove them again. So let me just, actually, number one, there's a couple photos in here. You can see. So I just disregard that there are 3 of them, but I'm gonna take a photo just of whatever. And now if I go in here, into the photos, say I select this, and when I tap on basically delete, you have a new option, permanently delete photo. So I can just tap on it, and you go back to the recently deleted, there's only still 3 that were previously in here. Okay, so moving on, next thing that I'm going to show is the DoubleCut, and it's in the settings. So I'm going here, and basically how you set it up is go add snippet, and what will allow you to do is add basically, let's say, a double press of a single letter. So I already have it set to pressing double P, and all you need to do is just, let's say that, like I just seen, I press double P and it fills it automatically. So say I set it up like this, or maybe something else, and I write whatever I want. So it doesn't really matter what I write here. So now if I tap on OK, and I will go into the notepad. As you can see, the first one is subscribed, and double O will be whatever I wrote, like some kind of mumbo jumbo, and will allow you to basically create kind of quick shortcuts that you can, let's say, fill in your email or password, whatever you want, if you want to set it up like that. And moving on, we're gonna go into the blurred, which you already seen. It's basically the keyboard, and what it does is just makes it dark instead of being white and kind of a little bit bright, in my opinion. It just changes into a darker color, and that's basically it. There's nothing to it, no settings, no nothing. Okay, so moving on, there's going to be ForceInPicture, and what it will allow you to do is just open up kind of picture-in-picture, but one that is actually supported by YouTube, that you can use with YouTube videos on the browser. So let's go here, just open up kind of new window. So okay, so from here and just play whatever, make sure that it's completely muted, and from here to go maximize, you will get this little icon right here. You can just tap on it, it goes minimal, and now you can close it while still playing whatever video you want to play, and you can continue doing other stuff. So I could go into settings, continue using, I could go into Google or Safari and still continue to do whatever I want there. And let me just close this off. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into another tweak, which is called hide labels. And as you also can see, it hides labels. and basically they're just completely gone. Now there's another tweak that I think it's called Shy Labels, and it basically does almost the same thing. The difference is when you start moving the home screen, it will reappear. So they only disappear when the home screen is not really being moved around. So that's more of your thing that you prefer. You can search for that. Then moving on, we're gonna go into HideStatusBar, and this doesn't work on the iPad. I believe it will work on iPhones, but basically you can go into the settings and HideStatusBar items, and here you can just check whatever you want to hide, and it will just kind of clean the status bar on top from whatever you select to not display. But as you can see, for me, I have Wi-Fi battery disabled and it's still showing. So on the iPad, it seems to not really work. Yeah. Now moving on, no page.7 is another thing. And as you can see, there's 2 pages and you don't see any dots here. So it basically just simply removes the dots from the home screen. Now another thing is the smooth cursor, and what it will do is just kind of how it sounds, make the smooth cursor smooth. So if I type something, you can see that it's not really jumping from a word to word, it's kind of like smoothly gliding towards it, as you can see. So, and it works basically everywhere, not only in like notes, like this for instance. And there will be another thing associated with the double one that seems to only work with notes, but that's for later. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into CC modules, and this one will add third-party support for basically different modules. So if you go into settings, and it's not really located in here, and it's gonna be under all the control center. And when you go into custom controls, you have all the normal ones, the default that comes with the device. But then you can also see that you have something like Cydia right here, and basically every app. So you can basically add now whatever you want. And then when you pull it down, it will be visible. So let me just quickly add something that wouldn't be visible here, like this Cydia. Let's just add good old Cydia. Leave this, and now you can see that there is Cydia. So you can launch it from your panel here. Then moving on, it's going to be Dune, which just simply adds a little bit of a dark tone to everything. Not really much to it. Let's see if this, have it right here, and you can set it up. It's enabled. You can also add where you want it to be affected, so notification panel, widgets, folders and stuff like that. So yeah, it's basically a simple little tweak that will make a little bit more of a dark theme all around the iOS. Okay, then moving on, we're gonna go into Fileza, and it's just a simple way, kind of a replacement for the old iFile. And all it does is just gives you access to root and basically documents and all the kind of folders that you normally don't have access to. So you can basically just browse, and it's fairly useful when you start using, for instance, Snowboard, to, let's say, theme your device, and you want to create your own custom themes and stuff like that. Then you can simply upload it from your computer, which there is also another thing that you will need for that, to actually see it from your computer. But yeah, then you can basically place it wherever you want, move it around from here, and just makes the use fairly easy. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into iClean Pro, which this is a really simple one. It's also right here. And basically what you can do is just clean your device. Simple, tap on clean. It starts removing temporary files that aren't really needed and won't really harm anything. So give it a moment. It will give you how much space it's saved after it displays an ad. You can also purchase this and not have ads if you like to see them. And right here, freed space, 200 or 123 megabytes, and deleted files 2238. Okay, So as you can see, it just cleans your device from unnecessary junk. Then moving on, we're gonna go into Melior, and it will basically move the volume out of the way. So normally, at least on the iPad, okay, it's respringing for some reason. So normally on the iPad, when you press the volume button, you will have this gigantic square, kind of like on an iMac or, well, Apple computers. And right now, when you press it, it just simply makes it a little thingy on the side, which is out of the way, not really obtrusive as the normal one is. Whenever you, let's say, I don't know, trying to watch a video and you start messing with the volume, it just gets all in the way. So it's a nicely out of the way and just kind of simple and clean. Then moving on to the thing that I was talking about before, a Snowboard. So when you go into the settings, you have Snowboard right here, and basically I would have Snowboard basically allows you to theme the device, change icons and stuff like that. Now I don't really have anything downloaded, as you can see. There's only like Snowboard, but 0 icons, so won't really show much of it. But you basically then tap on enable it, like so, and then apply changes, and it will enable whatever icon pack or whatever you have downloaded from the Cydia for theme. So now moving on, we're gonna go into the Apple file Conduit 2, and this is one of the things that I kind of use, not maybe this specific one, but back in the day when I actually also was theming my device, it was an easy way to basically have work on your computer and then plug in your device. And what it allows you to do is see the entire basically device like the files does. So I could place my icons or whatever in the folder that I needed to, along with the use of a specific software on the computer as well. But this will allow you to actually connect it and see all the files from here, from your computer. And there's also nothing really here to show it, but it's called File Conduit 2. So, okay, moving on, we're gonna go into the, where is it? Or it's, my bad, it was called Apple File Conduit 2. Now, another thing that we're gonna go into is the simple drag spring. And this just simply allows you to scroll and allows you to respring the device from your settings. So you can just pull down right here, you can see respring. I let go and it's respringing now. So that's a simple one that also helps with like a quick respring. Now moving on, we're gonna go into CarPlay lockout, and this is again another one that is more suitable for iPhones and the small devices that you carry around. And as you know, when you start driving with your iPhone, it will give you that annoying pop-up that don't use your device while driving. And this just simply gets completely rid of it, and there's no more warning that gets in your way whenever you're trying to do anything. So yeah, can't really showcase it, but yeah. Then moving on, we're gonna go into the CCD linking or linker. And this simply just allows you to, when you hold, for instance, Wi-Fi. So if I hold it, it will take me to the settings. Instead of like, let's say it's similar to like how Android works. So I just simply hold it, Bluetooth, and it takes me to the Bluetooth settings. Okay. And then there's also another one, which is the WeAllSee alongside with whatever we just shown. And what this will allow you to do is, normally when you disable, let's say Wi-Fi, Bluetooth or whatever, it continues to keep it on for some reason. But here, now you disable it. And if I were to go back into Wi-Fi, you will see that it's off now. Go back, enable, and it turns back on. And the same thing goes with Bluetooth. As you can see, it turns it on and off actually. So you can actually turn it off instead of disabling whatever it's connected to it. And for the most part, at least for me, I use it to basically save on power, and it having to actually turn it off is, well, way handier than whatever the previous setting was supposed to do. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into the So swipe selection is next. Now I have a list and I'm already getting kind of lost in it, so bear with me. But this one basically allows you to select kind of similarly to how this works. For instance, if I start typing and you normally use 2 fingers to kind of select. As you can see, there's 2 cursors now because of it. I'm not sure if this works also on iPhone. These are 2 ones that are built into the iPad. But this will just allow you to, with a single click, kind of navigate through the letters, as you can see now. So, and it also works on websites and stuff like that. So if I would go, for instance, to Apple, just tap on it and load it, and come on. Okay, so now you can see that I can simply navigate through it by just scrolling my finger through the keyboard. So yeah. And what else is there? Another thing that I can't really showcase, primarily because for some reason the iPads don't really have the white bar, but iPhones do, is the by home button bar X, and basically it removes the home bar while keeping the gesture shortcuts. So I'm not sure if they're enabled. Basically, it will look the same way as it does here, but you won't see the white bar on the bottom. So it will look exactly the same. I don't really need a tweak for this. It just works like this on the iPad. So moving on, another thing would be Auto Unlock X, another thing that I can't really showcase, and those are primarily for like iPhones. And what it will do is, normally when you have Face Unlock enabled, you need to basically press the button and then it scans your face, and then you can swipe up to unlock. While Auto Unlock X will allow you just to basically unlock the device, recognize your face, and it automatically just unlocks the device into the home screen. And then next thing I wanted to show is the low powered mode, and basically it's enabled right now. And what it does is just puts the device in low power mode constantly, even though it doesn't need to be. And it's more handy if you're trying to, let's say, I don't know, if you're not a gamer or whatever, it just lowers performance of the device and limits certain aspects of it by basically improving in return the battery. So fairly nifty thing if you're not planning to game on it, but just want the device to last as long as possible. But yeah, that would basically wrap up the list of the tweaks. And if you found any of them helpful, just don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.